Hello, sir. Am I not disturbing you, sir? Oh, Ekta. How's you, girl? No, Ekta. Don't think ever that you are disturbing me. I'm here for you people. Tell me, Ekta, how can I help you? Sir, I want to ask something deep, sir. It would take some time. Hence, I needed your time if you are not busy at this moment. If not, then I can come back to some other time, sir. No, Ekta. I have enough time for you. Please tell me about your queries. I will try to resolve them, Ekta. Sir, I want to know more about phenyletopolyester and its antidote pentahelix nitrate, sir. It seems there is something more to it than the regular story in academic books. Yes, Ekta, absolutely right. What we learn from academic books is just a drop of ocean. In practical world, there is lot to it to learn, Ekta. What you want to know about these elements? You need to be precise, Ekta. Sir, I do want to know about the practical uses and misuses of phenyletopolyester and at what level it is used around the world. Well, Ekta, things like phenyletopolyester are like two-way sword. It looks attacking, but it can harm you at any stage if your time is bad or you mess with it. Well, to be precise, everyone knows about the story of Mynadite. It was invented for the benefit of human beings, but we humans often used it to harm others. Hence, its inventor, the Mynadite's inventor, then announced an award for silence under his name to send peaceful message to this world that if we use our minds in positive ways, we can create heaven from nothing. But if we don't, the end is just near to us. Yes, sir. We all know this story from our school times. But how it is linked to phenyletopolyester, sir? Is this another two-way sword that can harm humanity in coming time? I afraid. Yes, Ekta. I afraid yes. Nothing is bad in this world. It is how we use or utilize that thing which determines that what that thing can be, whether good or bad. It is our thought process, Ekta, in the end that decides actually where we are heading. Yes, sir. Please tell me about what is happening about phenyletopolyester around the world. Well, Ekta, in simple ways, it is like another atomic bomb that people are storing in their lockers these days. Everyone has seen in modern world how atomic attack can destroy the human existence, and hence it won't be practiced again in case of war, because everyone knows that the common people have nothing to do with it, and in reality only they are the ones who pay most costly price of it. Phenyletopolyester, you can say a second version of atomic bomb. The thing is, the hazards of atomic attack are well documented and well known in one of the war. But in case of phenyletopolyester, the hazards too are well documented. But it is not known to the world when it comes to practical use in attacks. And that is the danger, Ekta, the real danger. Common people hardly know anything about it. We know basic things, only basic things of atomic attack. That too after 75 years of its actual execution. But very few know the actual operations of atomic attacks. So you can imagine the real threat of phenyletopolyester and the common knowledge about it. Many countries do realize this basic aspect behind these hazardous elements, and they have developed them just for defending their own people. So you can imagine What if it goes in wrong hands, Ekta? That too when we know that common people have hardly any knowledge about it. So you can also imagine all consequences, isn't it? I know your next question, Ekta. That is why this pentahelix nitrate antidote is invented. They say it is effective, but who knows in exact about its effectivity before its actual use to close down the effect of phenyletopolyester? These are all subjects of research. Oh sir, now I know the depth of research in chemistry subject. It must have eaten much of the time to think, act and produce some results for it, sir. Now I know why you are busy all these days. Such a deep and complex research work it is. Not the word eaten, Ekta. In fact, it is invested. Yes, sometimes you don't get anything from it, but you can cross over that method for not to repeat it in future. 2. To save the time. Hence, it is investment. But yes, how long you can bear it in practical ways. So the word eaten looks apt here. Sir, is our generation is on the verge to face the wrath of this phenyletopolyester? Not only yours, Ekta, all generations in fact. Like I told you that day at lecture, its hazards continues till next generations through DNA corruption. So this innocent knave next generation will bear its hazards from the count of 0, then 1, 2, 3 and so on, Ekta. It will be a curse on humanity. Yes sir, I am deep into my visualization to see all that, sir. But then why the governments are not spreading the awareness about it, sir? Well, Ekta, the less you know about the man-eaters roaming in jungles, the more you could enjoy it as part of nature. The day you know about these man-eaters roaming around you, all fun of life would vanish on that very second, Ekta. So sometimes it is better not to know everything. Otherwise the fun of life may get ruined till the end. And who would live such colorless life for them and for their loved ones? Sir, then instead of making antidotes or something, can't we dump the actual issue, sir? Can't we throw all the phthalatopolyester elements in deep sea water? Is it possible, sir? Well, Ekta, I afraid we don't cut our full hand when few part of it getting lightly wounded. We do look for recovery of it. And if we fail, then the worst could happen. We must have to cut our hand someday. But I am afraid in phthalatopolyesters case, nobody would live to see doing that because nobody knows the actual timelines of it as to when it started and when it would end. So as a solution maker, these timelines are the real challenges as to find the real stage of it and then to invent the antidote over it. You need to spend some time to prepare it, multiply it to have certain required quantities, look for any mid-level difficulties and to find solutions over it again. All this takes time, Ekta, and hence the timelines of these hazardous elements are key to look at. You simply can't take anything for granted. 2 plus 2 may get you 4, but you don't know if that 4 is out of 10 or that 4 is out of 1000 or if worst, that 4 is out of 4 only. Only to find we are just about to get exploded in few more seconds. That's it. This is the real game, Ekta. Oh, this is a different world altogether, sir. I never thought it would be such bigger than what we could have ever imagined. It is so gripping and endless that one's whole life can go without any fun of life. It is all serious affair of 24 hours, sir. And we need some trusted shoulders to think at par with level-headed mindsets. Difficult this is. Well, Ekta, you opened new scene in it. Yes, trustworthy men we required to do all this, but even they would get felled or can be bought out by enemy countries. Or at worst, they may betray their own country by themselves to earn precious things of life at the cost of their own countrymen, Ekta. It has happened in the past as well. You can find these examples. Even most trustworthy men are cracked under pressure by enemy countries, be it with money or perks or honey trap or the last one, the pressure of exploited weaknesses. Everyone is having some kind of weakness in him, and they do exploit it and pressurize him to give in to their foul demands. And then all ill conspiracies do come in reality to laugh on humanity by destroying it big time. Anything can happen in today's world, Ekta. Anything. Well, sir, understood this subject at its deep length, sir. Want to know more about pentahelix nitrate, the antidote for this cursed phthalatopolyester, sir? Yes, Ekta. It is a curse, of course. Pentahelix nitrate is like a bullet to kill the enemy in front of us. But that is not enough, Ekta. As I told about timelines, we need to determine the time of hitting the trigger at the exact moment. That moment is the key only. Rest all things are simply waste of time. You hit it at right moment and kill the demon. That's it. But another issue lies here that this enemy is hidden only. He is not in front of us always. We need to search him everywhere to get confused in the end, Ekta. And then we would make mistakes in pulling the trigger at that exact moment. Hence, once you detect some activities regarding this foul play, you must have to work on it for full 24/7 irrespective of results in the end. One thing is for sure, if the enemy gets succeeded in it, the people who bear the wrong side of it would become the part of history book, that too in big way. And to the worst part, life would never return to that piece of land. It would remain as a cursed land forever. And humanity would cry all the time by bearing all this. Destructive and inhuman, sir. Why people invent such things at first place, considering the evil minds may misuse it in big time? Why, sir? Why? These things are curse on humanity, and all nations shall ban it by coming together at 12th hour. Well, that is so kids like demand that you are doing, Ekta. Something is created or invented by keeping some kind of benefits in mind. Here I want to say benefits for humans, for humanity. We make axes to cut wood, to make small pieces from the bigger ones. That too for our own benefits, in order to use it properly. Now, if we use that axe to kill others, then would you ask then why we have invented an axe on this earth? Surely not, Ekta. Same is in case of phelitopolyester. It is invented with few critical benefits keeping in mind. We have terrorist groups who do occupy some unapproachable land to make things difficult for others. So in order to destroy them totally, we need to take help of phelitopolyester. Such lands are not easy to access by vehicles or be by land, air or water. Hence, few trained soldiers can risk their lives to operate this phelitopolyester on these occasions. There are many islands in the middle of seas which are unapproachable due to geographical conditions and hostile tribes or animals. There we need the services of phelitopolyester. It is the solution over difficult issues and hence it is of difficult nature. We can't blame the properties of such elements. Rather, we shall control the ill mindsets behind the use of such destructive elements. Philosophically, we can control non-living things, Ekta, but it is almost impossible to control ill mindset who have set itself to go on to destruct everything. Impossible, Ekta, impossible. Sir, then theoretically we need to rely on that antidote solution only. No laws, no bans, no limited use, nothing. Well, what if all governments are reluctant for it, Ekta? Things like these do provide all political drama in both internal and external affairs, which then derives the further part in it. Everyone knows what needs to be done in such cases, but these political thinkers have their own say on it. The biggest powerful nation then rests all itself playing all dirty games on this subject. For small instances that do warn all other nations for possible war situations. So Ekta, this is ever big than we ever thought on this. Funny thing is, everyone knows what exactly they need to do for the betterment of our planet. But everyone is having their own agenda to look at, their own selfish benefits. So Ekta, that is why I say you can easily control non-living things with all possible hard work. But these days, due to these hidden selfish agendas, it is almost impossible to control all living things. That is what I concluded by observing what is happening around the world.